Hey, it's Lisa DeBoer, and I am here with Rebecca Craig, who has a very interesting job that, okay, this was how long ago that you did it, because we want you to know more cool things in EMS that you didn't know existed. So, Rebecca, you were at the bottom of the world how long ago?
About 4 years ago now, I was in Antarctica.
Antarctica, baby. And you got paid to do something in EMS and live there for a whole year. Is that right?
Well, we were there for a couple of months.
Oh, a couple months.
Yes.
Okay.
They have seasons. You can go for the whole year, but you need to do at least a couple of months first. Come back. Make sure you want to go back for the full darkness, because you're not getting help in the dark. After the sun sets, you're not getting help.
So how did you end up finding that this position even existed and get that position?
A friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in going out and doing some contract work?" I said, "Yeah, it sounds interesting." And I said, "Well, call this gentleman," and he worked for Antarctic Fire Department. I'm like, "That's on the South Pole, right?" He goes, yeah, just call him. So I ended up calling him and talked about it. And being a firefighter, being a paramedic, and having my ARF, they said, "Yeah, you sound like a good candidate. We'd love to get more information," interviewed, and they accepted me and said, "We have a season coming up, and we'd love for you to join our season."
And that's where it began?
That's where it began.
All right. And would you do it again?
Yes.
You would?
I'm eager to go back. And
okay.
Hoping to go
What
back.
did you do? What was like a normal day in Antarctica as a medic? Like, it's just mind-blowing.
So we run, the Antarctic Fire Department is the only fire department on the continent. We have 4 stations. The main station in McMurdo. We have a second station opens up in the summertime at Willie's Field, and that's where the ski planes land. Then we have another one at the South Pole, over on Scott, and then the 4th one is in Palmer, but it's more like a broom closet. It's more
Oh, okay.
But it's technically a station and whatnot. I was stationed mostly on McMurdo, where we have the fire truck and the ambulance. So we have one hospital on the continent, and so most of your big plane, most of your severe injury will come to us. And Antarctica, the size is 1.5 times size of United States. So it's a big area in that size of the house. So all your heavy lifts usually come into McMurdo, all your C-17s, C-130s, and stuff like that. We also bring other countries in, and they will disseminate out to their respective bases and things. So it's very cool. You get to meet a lot of interesting people. We get to service a lot of different types of aircraft, and we have a lot of different interesting calls that you may run into at that point in time.
Okay, I have to know, you said fire department.
Yes.
What burns in Antarctica, just out of curiosity?
The space heaters.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes sense, okay. All right, what, in terms of equipment, what do you get to do? Are you completely independent as a paramedic, or is there a doc there, or you run off protocols, or?
So we have a doc at the hospital, and we can sometimes get a hold of them by radio, but if we're out in the field, it's about a 30-minute, 45-minute drive on the ice road to get to the airfields, or to the Willie Field, the other fire station. So at that point in time, if we can't get a hold of him, we have our protocols, we have our directives, and we do our best to get them back to what we need to get back to.
Okay. Do you have pretty advanced equipment there, or is it like, well, if it were 1950, it would be advanced? I mean, where was that at?
They do try and things, but limited as contracts, government amenities and things of that nature. So we run pretty much what the government runs on our Air Force bases inside of the house. So you can have a Life Pack 12, you can have a Life Pack 15, or a Zoll monitor and things. So it kind of varies and things. We have one interesting protocol though. It's called a walking blood bank. So if you go down there, you get blood type, and so if you're out in Willie Field and you have a bad injury, I can get your blood type, pull from somebody else, and give you blood in the field.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's impressive. Any other unusual protocols or things? That one's pretty out there.
It's different, and
Yeah.
you have to really kind of be on your P's and Q's and make sure you get that right and things.
Yeah.
Not really good protocols. There is one neat thing we get to do that a lot of other people don't get to do, and that is manage the penguins and things. So when penguins get on the airfield, we have to go get the penguins off the airfield. So
and shoot them off,
pretty much.
Okay.
So I guess
involve a broom, or what are we doing with them?
You can go stir them down a little bit, and they usually get the idea. And except for one, I think Fred, he didn't really get off the ice.
That's so funny. In Florida, we've got those sandhill cranes. I was like in an ambulance, and I'm blasting the horn at them, and they just look at you like, seriously?
Pretty
I'm
much.
walking here,
That was Fred.
All right.
So I guess you could say I'm a penguin herder, I guess.
In addition to many, yeah, right.
I didn't get a patch. We got a patch for that.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure people are going to want to know what do you make pay-wise?
So it's based on a contract, so most of the contract will start, depending on your season, you can get down there, starts around $38,000 usually. They might have changed since I've been last. They always trying to advance and push that. And
so for how many months would that be?
Usually we try to get you down there at least 6 months and things, half a
Okay.
season. And so
Anything else that you would tell somebody like Antarctica in a sentence? Like, what would it be?
it's a very adventurous for the right people.
For the right people.
Right.
Okay.
It's very eclectic. You need to know
Yeah.
who you are before you go down there because
Got it.
you can't get off the ice very easily and things.
Yeah. Like as for me, like I'm looking for a hoodie here in the exhibit hall here, and I'm probably not a great choice for somebody like me who's freezing
Probably not.
all of the time.
Probably not.
But
It does get a little chilly down there, negative 78 degrees, I think. was
only
the closest.
negative 78.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay then.
They can't land the planes past negative 43 degrees, so and
wow.
we don't get fresh vegetables all the time. So we call them freshies when they come in when they can land. So
Okay. It was great meeting you, Rebecca, and
too, dear.
hopefully I'll get to hear of your next adventure
I
very
hope
soon.
so soon. It's good to
All
meet you.
right.
Thank
It
you,
was so
Dad.
good to meet you. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
So much.